Hi, this is George Thorogood, and you are watching Daytime at 9.
There is George. You know, he has influenced many guitarists and is a future member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Our photographer Travis had a chance to chat with the guy because, you know, well, let's just face it, he's bad to the bone and the singer does it. So take a look.
Bad to the bone.
I've had a pretty normal existence, just like anybody else. Radio and rock and roll was just a norm. I didn't know that it was a new phenomenon in the 50s because I was a little kid. So I thought it had been around forever. As I'm sitting in there reading an algebra book, struggling with this algebra problem, and I hear this song on the radio, and it was "She Loves You," and I never heard anything like it in my life. Not music, anything. And I shut my algebra book, my textbook, Travis, and I never opened another one. Sunday night was when Bonanza was on. And the most exciting thing that happened to us was Haas ate a peach cobbler all by himself. And the discussion the next day at school was us talking about Bonanza.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
1 week later, February 10th, everybody watched the Ed Sullivan Show. The next day, everybody's talking about the Beatles. Now, Travis, I mean everybody, not just the students, the teachers, the cooks, the janitors, the cops, the people that drove the bus. No, the drummer's the coolest one. You see that guy play the bass like a violin? He's not the cutest one. No, this guy. Everybody was talking to each other who had never spoke to each other before. This is unbelievable. The whole world is going, you know, off its axis, so to speak. Man, they didn't change the world. They made the world. If it had been 40 years, or it had been 4 years, or it had been 14 years, we'd still be out here doing it anyway. And this is what we do. And the way things are now, you know, everybody seems to need a hook to sell tickets. Well, in the Stones' case, I can understand that. 50 years is a long time. And they were one of the biggest iconic things in all of show business. So I said, well, 40 years is... We would have been playing anyway, and if you want to make a big deal out of it, fine. But, you know, it's like someone celebrating their 65th birthday as opposed to the 67th birthday. I would have had my birthday anyway, so hey, okay, give me an extra piece of cake. Our show is so old it's new. People come and haven't seen me, if they're of my generation, they'll go, oh yeah, it's like Eric Burden or Mick Jagger or Jackie Wilson or Elvis Presley, who was the wildest demon on stage ever. So for me to perform in the style I do, this was nothing new to me. And it was nothing new to the people who came to see me. For newcomers, they're going to go, we're going to see something that used to be the norm, but is now, because there's hardly anybody left, it seems unique. Well, to me, it isn't. You know, it's like knock-knock jokes. The level of getting up there on stage is always at a peak with us, as we try to keep it fresh. And of course, we play in a different town every night, so we got a different audience. 70% of the people never heard Bad to the Bone live. So that makes it fresh. So when I play live, I don't look at them as my fans. I just look at them as music fans, rock fans. They want to be entertained in a very generic rock fashion, which I lay on them. I remember coming here and playing a real small place where they used to have wrestling, and the ceiling was real low. You literally could play a guitar. I'm not that tall a guy. I could reach up and touch the ceiling. And then, of course, we've done the Majestic Theater, which is very nice. And now looking forward to the Aztec. What's next is Dallas, Texas is next. Come on, slow down, Travis. What's next? Well, I'm hoping De Niro will retire, and Scorsese will find me. What's next? You know, I don't think McCartney's calling.
Here to tell you, baby.